Craziest Gangster with me, Mr. Fish. Yeah, I'm the guy standing on a pavement, riding on a bus, sitting on a train, looking at all you people thinking, hey, crash. I wonder what it's like to be you. To wake, to work, to eat, to sleep, to dream, to die. Crash. Right, I've had a laugh lately, but somebody just put in the comments just now, Fish, can you do a video about the rave era and all that? So here we go, enjoy the show, easy on the mic, and mind how you go, Crash. The rave era, the rave era first started in the 80s, isn't it, with Sunrise, Back to the Future, Energy, um, and the likes, Elevation, Garage Nation. But my club, Lazerdrome in Peckham, we were one of the first clubs to take it indoors once the government had, banned all the outdoor raves. And so we were the very first club to take it indoors. And our club held 2,000 people. It was, hardcore was all the rage. This was before the jungle took to the scene. And hardcore, Love and Kisses were all the rage. Our club, it was great. And another funny thing about that era, there was never any beer sold at Lazerdrome, because the beer and the E's, mix it together, would always cause a violent reaction, and then you'd end up with violence. And so we never sold beer, only water. But it was funny having to do being in the ring, because as I told you, one of my baby's friend, I call it babies, Ryan, his dad bought him Lazerdrome at 21 years old. And his cousin asked me if I could help him run it. Now, I've done doors before, I've done security everywhere before, but I'd never done a security on this scale. And a lot of, you have to realise, a lot of people involved in the rave scene at that time, there was a lot of gangsters and a lot of Turbo Terry would tell you, who tried to strong arm, take over everyone. Don FM, another one. He used to take over the clubs and try and sell drugs in the club and all the rest of it. Lazerdrome became one of the top clubs, hardcore clubs in London. And we used to have a rave called Innocence at the Lazerdrome. So there you go, anybody who remembers it. It was a great club, and it was always about entertainment for me. I used to see people out in the queue, ask them to rap or do something, and then I'd let them in for free. It was just a mad time, And then we used to have all the DJs, Randall. I made up all their jingles. I used to do adverts for them on Kiss FM. And so I made up their Randall, how much can you handle? Groove Rider, the hardcore provider, DJ Rap, Watch Your Back. I used to do all their jingles for them. But it was great. We used to have the Superheroes Award of hardcore, and that was all great. I think Randall won that. And it was just a great time. It was all about people coming together. I also had a lot, for me, it was always giving back to the people. So we used to also have a lot of young people coming there. But the argument was sometimes the doorman would not want them to come in. But my argument was, look, we went from 10 o'clock at night till 7 in the morning, yeah? Where are these kids, Tina? Where are they going to Tina? Where are these young men who don't really have money to pay to get? Where are they going to go? And, would it really hurt us as a club to get them off the street, put them in a corner, make sure they're happy, do their thing, and let them, go and let them, rave, innit? Like, what else would they be doing? Stabbing each other, robbing houses, robbing cars. What did it cost? Nothing, and it was, some of the security, they didn't like it. But, come on, man. It's not all about take. It was a great club. We had the chill out room, and we had the main room and the chill out room. And it was mad in there. It was really, it was nice from my point of view to be a part of that scene. And it was crazy. And people had to come with clothes, and you always had to have a change of clothes. Who remembers that, the Lazerdrome crew? And we always had to have a change of clothes, and it was mad, isn't it? Like, I don't think any of us ever realised what Lazerdrome would mean to people. And I'm going to see if I can get hold of Ryan. And I think if I can get hold of Ryan, we can do a rebirth, like a Lazerdrome. I think we should do it, because so many people ask me all the time, "Oh, Fish, when are you going to do a Lazerdrome comeback or a Lazerdrome, just to give all us old people a chance to rave again." And so Lazerdrome, the amount of people that I see, and they tell me the memories that Lazerdrome gave them is unreal. But it was you had to be there. It was all artifacts and spacemen, and because the problem I had first with Lazerdrome, especially when the jungle came on, so many people used to fight, and I couldn't really work out why. And I remember my motto at the time was, look, if you get Versace mixed up with karate, go that way. If you get Machina mixed up with Al Pacino, go that way. And if you want to fight Al Qaeda, go that way. But if you want to rave, come that way. It was that much of a problem. And I said, I always used to, why did it always used to kick off? And I suddenly realised, and anybody watching this who's got a club, bear this in mind. I suddenly realised that all these people are tripping on trips and E's and all the rest of it, and coke and crack. What was happening was, I realised where they're tripping, they're focusing on each other because they had nothing to focus on. And so what I decided to do, I decided to say, Ryan, look, let's put spacemen and create this mad Lazerdrome, mad Lazerdrome like atmosphere, like space. And it was mad because once we'd introduced that, all of the fighting, all of the terror and everything seemed to subdue and die down, really to a minimum. It was mad, and it just shows you, if people are in nightclubs and got nothing else to focus on except each other, it can become a dangerous place. But if they've got other things to focus on and look at and take their dreams and their imagination to different places, then, that's the way to do it, and it was mad. It was, you had security trying to take over the club, and so I had fights with other security members, and they were, some of them were big, and so I was saying, a lot of people who know me from the Lazerdrome will always tell you, innit? We had some tear-ups in there, didn't we? We had some wars, didn't we? But I took them all on, didn't I? Remember, we had to carry a gun in it in case. I remember when the gun came back for the first time and we weren't carrying. And then I decided to say to Ron, well, that's it, we got to carry, because, I'd rather be able to, tell, I want my boys to go home at night, back to their families, just like a police officer wants a policeman to go home back to his family, and, we're doing the same role. And the firearms were on a all-time level there, knife crime was down, but firearms were up. And, I had a time, didn't we, boys? And I want to thank all of the Lazerdrome, everyone that went there that backed us up. I mean, boy, we did have some wars, and we did need the public to back us, didn't we? And Peckham boys, respected Brixton boys, Shepherd Bush boys, all over Camberwell, boys all over London, everybody. But I want to thank you for being a part of Lazerdrome and backing up my security when you were needed. And boy, were you needed sometimes. It was great though, weren't it? It was majority of the time it was fine. We went through it. But I was always like with the crowd. I was with the people. I've always been that way. I've always been people first, money last. And what a great time we had. I used to bring people on the stage. I used to bring different people in to do the DJ. I used to bring different people to get on the mic. That was what it's about, innit? Community, coming together, everyone having a big time, making people's lives great for that little moment of time. And then MCing to 1,000 people. They were DJ, just DJ Zen. If you know him, he started at Lazerdrome. I used to take him as a 15-year-old kid. Now look at him. Superstar, explode for the world. It's great. It's, that was what it was about for me. Helping people. And I know them all. Nicky Black Market, Groove Rider, all of them. Name any of them. And I used to write for a magazine called Scene. And I used to write, the cloud about trips and ease and Guns and Roses, meaning crack cocaine. It was mad. It was just an atmosphere of love and happiness. And then the crack came in. But you see, the crack was another very difficult time. When the crack came in, the mood changed and the attitudes changed. And regardless of whether you had artifacts or not, the MCs and that, and They Don't Dare and GQ and I don't think they meant it, but their lyrics sometimes took the crowd where they didn't really need to go. Then the violence will erupt and mate. And that's why I always say, when people on YouTube and they slag you off, put it down, and they have no idea about the wars that we went on. And that's why I always say anything I've done can be verified. And I was looking at Jay Barnett today, and I remember Jay Barnett. When I had to take over Zan Snooker Hall and get a bit heavy-handed and use a gun and put in there, I always say everything I've done can be verified and by everyone, because everyone knew me. Everyone knows the fish. To the families, 18 fucking Richardsons, they all know the fish, and I've been about. And that is why it doesn't bother me when people slag me off, because others know, do you know what I mean? But as I said to you, it's never really about showing off. It's always been about being polite and kind to people. I've never been one to blow my own trumpet into big. It's always been, my motto is to respect everybody. And that's why. Respect. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't know who you know, what you do. I respect you. That's it, innit? And I'm not on all this, I'm a bad boy, you a cunt, you're a cunt. I'm not in it. Everybody has the right to be respected, and that's the way I am. Some people take respect and politeness for weakness, but as I always say to people, I'm not talking to you with respect and politeness because I'm scared of what you're going to do to me. I'm talking to you with respect and politeness because I'm scared of what I would do to you after what you've done to me. And the thing is, no one really. That's why I try and put the wig on now and just have a laugh and have the joke. I don't really like talking about criminality now. I've said as much as I can say. Anything else implicates other people, and I can't do that. So it's ended. And so now I like to just have the laugh and talk about, just joke about, I did the thing about P. Diddy today. That's all I want to do. I just want to joke. And there's nothing, They are jokes. I'm a comedian. They're white jokes, black jokes, religious jokes, stupid jokes, but they are jokes. They're nothing intentional. There's nothing biased. There's nothing hatred about them. They're just jokes, That's nothing more. I just like having a laugh and bringing a bit of humour into people's lives and everybody's lives. And I know you can't please everyone, but hey, that's life, innit? But yeah, that's really what I'm all about. But yeah, Lazerdrome and the old days raves, and we used to go to Sunrise, and I'll never forget one day, Podgy. Why are you, Podgy? Podgy took us down there. Podgy was from the White City. He took us in the car, and one of his car wheels are punctured. So we had to go around the rave, find another car with a spanner, take their weed off, put it on his car, mate. Oi, it was mad. Oh, and the thing about us, we would be out, so we left Friday. We wouldn't come home till Tuesday. That was the difference of raving in our era than raving now. Well, mate, we would go out, and we'd go out Friday night and come back Tuesday. And we always had to take a change of clothes, especially went to Sunrise, Back to the Future, Innovation. We have one Dreamscape. Loads of them. Spiral. What was Spiral? Spiral Tribe. There's just a million of them, weren't there? Labyrinth. It was just mad, wasn't it? It was just crazy. And I don't think people give all those people that ran those raves, I don't think they ever really got the respect they deserved for the happiness that they brought to millions of people all over the country, in some cases all over the world. You know, what they provided was a generation of love and happiness, peace, and it was absolutely crazy. And it's quite mad. It's quite mad how we've suddenly got to the era where we are now, and everyone's hating each other and stabbing each other and not giving a fuck. It's mad, isn't it, how everything's gone upside down. But hey, what can we do? Yeah, raving, dancing, and we used to have all our own lyrics, she's yours, she's mine, she's two of a kind, oh my God, she's hard to find. Watch her slide and watch her ride, watch her drip and watch her wear. Oh my God, she's coming on strong. Oh my God, she's all night long. Reach